Okay, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for another bit of a different video. So, I have heard a lot of good stuff about Shangri-La Frontier. I have not watched it. I just was already kind of jam-packed with a lot of the shows that I wanted to do. There's almost 24 episodes, and so I just kind of decided I wasn't gonna react to it on YouTube. I haven't even started on Patreon. I do maybe one day want to try and check it out, but for the time being, I don't have any intentions to do so. But I've heard the OPs and EDs are absolute bangers, and I've heard it's overall just a really great show. The only thing I know about it is that it's set kind of in a game world, but it's not supposed to be anywhere near as serious as SAO because you're not trapped in said VR MMO game world. So that's about borderline the only thing I know about this. I also know the games are like super or something like that. They're like really buggy or whatever. It's like a parody on like how bad these VR MMO games are going to be if they ever come to real life. So a lot of sub joking about that. But other than that, I don't even know the main character's name. I know he wears a bird mask, as you can see clearly in that picture right there. I just truthfully don't know anything about this series, but I've heard it's really good. So I thought I would check out the openings and endings for a video here. I don't think I have much else to say. Without further ado, let's hop straight into OP1. Oh my god, that is loud. Holy shit. Well, hang on! What is this, dude? I love the guitars. So that is our main guy there. No idea who these other females are. I love the hard guitars in this song. Animation looks really good, too. Woo! This looks really good, actually. This is making me want to watch it. This looks really good. Dude, these guitars! Damn! That was a good OP. That was a really good OP. Don't think I have much else to say about that. That has got me very intrigued about this show, though. If this show is really damn good, it probably won't ever get... I'm, like, very... When I say this, I don't want to say... It's not that I don't want to put it on YouTube, it's that I'm already so clogged on the shows that I'm doing. I might start reacting to this on Patreon. I just might. We'll see. That's a big maybe. But this OP has got me very intrigued. The visuals looked really good, and I love the heavy, like, metal guitars in that. Oh, it was so good, and then the chorus hit really hard as well. Overall, that was just great. That was a great OP. We've got our Birdman main character. I'm not sure if he, like, customized his character to look that goofy. I'm sure he did. And then you've got the other three. I believe we see, like, 3 other women in the OP and some, like, animalistic-looking creatures who are probably some people picking, like, a different class or something if this is really a MMORPG type of VR game that they're playing. So I can only make assumptions based off what I've seen. And really, I didn't see a lot besides, like, just some fighting and some cool-looking visuals. But overall, that was a great first OP. So now we'll go ahead and hop straight into the first ED as well. I guess one thing I forgot to talk about is, yeah, this main guy here. I wonder if we see any of him in real life, or if it's only him in the game world. I feel like they wouldn't show his real life character if we don't see anything in the real life world. Whoa. I love this beat. It sounds super unique. That beat they had playing there for the kind of intro. Okay, so he's got this little, like, bunny creature as his, like, companion. Maybe it's like an NPC companion or something? I have no idea. So yeah, these are clearly our 2 main female leads of the series. Man. Okay, giant moon there. Just the bird smiling. Oh, interesting. I wonder if this, like, knight in the armor here is like a rival or a friend or something. Here's that beat again. Okay. That was also really enjoyable. As far as OP and EDs go, those were both very, very enjoyable. Once again, I'm kind of left in a scenario where I don't have a whole ton to say about it. I just think it looks really cool. It's about all I can say. I like the visuals. I mean, we're mostly just seeing characters that we've already seen. But now that I take a better look at this kind of like picture art that's on screen right here, it looks more like that knight guy is part of our team? He doesn't look to be an enemy, but I can't tell. And then we've also got like that rabbit-looking creature who seems to maybe be our main character's companion, like a kind of NPC companion type thing. I have absolutely no idea. Like I said, I'm literally know the bare minimum of this series, but I've heard it is really good, and I've heard the animation is really good as well. And so far through the first opening and ending, it definitely appears to be that way. All of that conversation aside, don't have much else to say. Really enjoyed those first two really enjoyed those first two openings and endings. So now we'll hop straight into OP2. Ah, so that's their real life selves in front of their characters there. Okay. God damn! The way that kicked in was so clean. Kind of picking up from the first OP's place with this. Like, dude, I love the instrumentals in these songs. Visuals in this one look really damn good, too. Oh my god, it's more of those, like, animal-type creatures. There's the knight again, so maybe he's an enemy, I really don't know. Ooh! Okay, this shot is crazy. I don't know how they manage, but like, this looks really epic. For a game world where the characters like don't die, it's a game where... Well, hang on. I'll go back to that in a second. That was so clean. But like, they make it seem so serious. Even though like, obviously you can't die. Whoa, he changed his avatar. He looks like, that one, shark creature from Chainsaw Man, if you guys have ever seen him. Alright, there's one thing I want to go back to here. It's like right after this. That is so cool. Wait. Oh, I'm so mad I was talking over that because that is so cool. Wait, the like sword shink is like part of the song. That is so sick. I gotta hear it again. That's too cold. Okay, that was actually so sick. I think that's gonna put this OP, just that alone is gonna put this OP at the top of my favorites so far. It's probably OP2, OP1, ED1. I didn't dislike ED1 by any means, but like both of the OPs with like the heavy drums and like heavy deep guitars sounded so cool, and the way they kicked in at the beginning of this OP in particular caught my attention immediately. That was great. That was actually so good. I'm hoping the second ED can keep up. Although, generally speaking, it's not fair to rank OPs with EDs, because a lot more animation goes into the openings than the endings, but I like to rank them all together, because sometimes I put EDs above OPs if I particularly fancy an ED. So, just because I'm putting the EDs below the OPs does not mean I dislike the EDs in any regard. Man, immediately, like, major stark contrast between the OPs with this really calm sounding ED. So there's his real life form there. And then the bird. The little bunny companion behind him. Who's that? That's obviously a real person, right? I can't imagine that being someone from... Oh, it's her. So that was just her real life form. I wonder if, like, as the series progresses, we see more and more of them in real life after we maybe meet them in the game early on or something. Is this Rio? Oh god, what's your name? I'll think of it after. It's Rio something. I'm 100% certain. I recognize this voice anywhere. Oh, this sounds like such a wholesome ending. With all three of them together there. I mean, that's clearly our three main characters. Wow. That was a really calm ED considering what the both OPs have been. Even comparatively speaking to the last ED, that one was way more calm. Those are really good though. Completely and overall, okay, yeah, it's Rio Na, that's right. Okay, the name is at the top of the screen now for me. It's Rio Na. I knew it was Rio something, but I wasn't certain what the last bit of the name was. I recognize her voice anywhere, specifically from the last ending of Sword Art Online. One of my favorite endings of all time. Or no, the last OP of Sword Art Online. One of my favorite openings of all time. I recognize her voice goddamn anywhere. She's got such a beautiful voice. But as far as OP and EDs go, these were great. I especially loved the OPs, if you couldn't tell, from like the heavy drums and like, oh man, I talked about it in the second OP, but like they somehow managed to take such a... it's very intriguing, because I don't know what the actual show is like, but it's very dramatic from what the OP show, but I do think it had a comedy tag under it when I checked it out as well, so maybe... I don't know how they would contrast a game where you literally can't die to make it serious. I don't really know how you could do that, but maybe the series does a good job at it. I've heard a lot of people praise this series for its insane fights, and so I don't know if it's maybe just super dramatic and like everybody takes the game super seriously or something. I really don't know. The one biggest detail I've heard about the show is that the games are like super glitchy and so maybe that's a form of comedy, but like the OPs make it seem so serious, so I don't know. I couldn't place my finger on it. These are super, super enjoyable though. I especially loved OP2 with the sword shink, like being part of the song. God, that made that OP so damn good. Overall, these were great though. I may have to check out the show now, honestly. This has really enticed me to want to go watch the show. I've already heard a lot of good stuff about it, but now these OPs and EDs have made me actually want to go check it out, so maybe I'll do that. We'll see. I don't know if I'll record my reactions or not. I'm, like, once again, I apologize. I just do not have time. It won't come out on YouTube, but I may check it out at some point. But overall, openings and endings, these are fantastic. But I think it is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Shangri-La Frontiers openings and endings. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.